Hello everyone, I'm Amy from Amy's Acrylic Artistry. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so very much for being here today. Today I'm painting again with some of my favorite colors. This is an ocean themed palette that I have used in the past. I am out of champagne gold though, so we are switching out the champagne gold for some vintage brass, which I am loving more than the 24 karat gold. All three by Deco Art. So today it's vintage brass instead of champagne gold, which is a nice little change. And I'm just gonna play. I have a couple of techniques and ideas in my head. I have some Australian floetrol here. I have my cake decorating tool out. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. I just feel like, because I've been so emotionally drained, that I just need to really let go today and just free flow it and see what comes of it. Of course, I have my spinner from Erica Hughes Art. With my hands being so bad, I'm being retested for rheumatoid arthritis. I'm also being sent for an EMG, which tests for nerve damage. Yes, the spinner helps immensely because I have something to hold on to. I can tilt while still using the support of the table, so I don't have to have the whole weight of the canvas, despite the fact that I'm using a smaller canvas. I think I'm using a 12 by 16 today. Been sticking with the smaller canvases, nothing over 12 by 16 at this point. And I love spinning. I don't know, there's something about it. And for those of you who have watched me for a while with my cake spinner, I often spin my canvases off the cake spinner because I love to spin it fast. So I'm really trying to slow it down with the spinner because it spins so well. But I've done it a couple of times where I've just let her go and been like, well, that's a little bit too strong. Thank goodness it's not going anywhere. So let's have some fun today and let's let Amy just forget about the world. So let's get painting. I really wanted to thank everyone for all of the amazing messages that you've been sending me, either through my YouTube channel or on Facebook or Instagram since my dad's passing. It definitely was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Not that I thought it was going to be easy. It was way more difficult of a process than I could have ever expected. And so today I am just free-flowing. So I wanted to get a base coat down of just some plain white titanium, and I mixed up some greenish blue with Australian floetrol. So I mixed my Australian floetrol with 3 parts to 1 part paint, and I measure by volume. I do not measure by weight. There's a huge difference. When I first started mixing my Australian floetrol, I did it by weight, and it's a big difference. So if you are mixing the Australian floetrol, mix it by volume. And this works absolutely beautifully. This greenish blue adds in some lacing that I can now put some layers down on top, and it really creates a beautiful 3D effect. When you see the final version, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And after laying down the Australian floetrol swipes that I did, I decided I wanted to go in with my cake decorating tool, which I've used in the past but haven't used in a little while, and I really wanted to bring that back out. I love the effects that it creates. It's very similar to using a catalyst wedge. So if you have a cake decorating tool laying around somewhere in one of your drawers in your kitchen, clean it up and try it in your fluid art creations because it's absolutely fabulous. I am absolutely loving how this creation is coming together. The dimension and the movement that that cake decorator is creating, as well as that bloom that I added into the center there as kind of a focal piece. I love how it has just come together in kind of its own little pattern. It's not absolutely circular or symmetrical, but I really love how it looks like it's just bursting out of the center of the canvas. If you are enjoying watching this creation, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the thumbs up as well as the notification bell, and be sure to leave me a comment down below. And here we are with the final close-up. Loving how this piece came together. The iridescent green blue just really gives it another sort of layer of dimension. Loving the greenish blue lacing from the Australian floetrol in the back. I got some really beautiful cells that have popped through. That asymmetrical bloom in the center as a focal point. I'm just really loving how this all came together. Thank you so very much for watching today. I hope you have a fabulous day and a great weekend, and happy Easter to those who celebrate. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!